What do DoorDash drivers usually deliver? Burgers, pizza, fried chicken, not Wendy's, and that rank smelling fish that's gonna stink up your car for hours after you deliver it. What do they call that? Is that poke or puke or pokeball? If you get tired of delivering the same over and over, this might be your opportunity to join the criminal underworld and deliver and all sorts of other illicit substances. But is it worth the risk? Like many of you, I opened my email recently to see another new message from DoorDash talking about yet another new program. This time, it's package delivery. In this video, we're going to discuss if this is a good opportunity for DoorDash drivers to make more money, or if this is something Dashers should avoid altogether. What's going on, everybody? My name is Zach. I hope you are doing well. Before we get into the video, if you are new here, please do consider pressing the like and subscribe button so you never miss news, tips, tricks, and ride-alongs with a healthy dose of humor. Before we get into the video, I need to make a speech. There are elements of this video that I could see getting flagged by the YouTube algorithm, therefore causing a human at YouTube to review the video. To the YouTube employee who will inevitably end up reviewing this video, at no point am I promoting or participating in anything controversial, dishonest, illegal, or dangerous. This video uses sarcasm to show just how fast things can go sideways if you're not asking the right questions. This video is for educational purposes only, and its goal is to help drivers avoid legal trouble. I gotta be honest, after reading the email and reading an in-depth program description on DoorDash's website, they don't give a lot of information. The frequently asked questions section is nothing more than a long-winded way of saying contact support when this inevitably goes sideways. And we all know how well they're trained. As always, the link to the in-depth program description will be in the video description. I'm going to save you the time and only read sections of the email and parts from their website that I feel are relevant to this video. One of these sections is, of course, understanding what this program is all about. Dashers can now deliver packages with DoorDash, pick up prepaid, lightweight packages from customers, and deliver to a FedEx, UPS, or USPS drop-off location. It's fast and easy for Dashers. We're gonna stop right the fuck here. Like always, I read the entire program description, and at no point did they define what lightweight means. Is lightweight 5 pounds? Is it 10 pounds? Or is it left open to interpretation by a customer who's expecting us to perform a service for them? If they're paying for a service, their expectations are likely higher of us than they would be for themselves. Along the same lines, no dimension limitations were given. I'd like you to pause the video and think of an item that's lightweight but takes up a lot of space. Leave it in the comment section below. In the next few days, I'll pin the most creative response. My point is, there are a ton of objects that may not weigh a lot, but do take up a lot of space. However, unfortunately, this is the least of my long list of concerns. Not surprisingly, there was something that I felt should have been addressed that wasn't mentioned once. Driver liability. DoorDash is an app that anybody can sign up for, and unless they're ordering alcohol, there's never any ID verification. I could walk into just about any store, buy a burner phone and a DoorDash gift card with cash, and summon a driver just about anywhere I wanted. Now, I'm sure you can see where I'm going with this, but I'm not done yet. Illicit substances being sent through the mail is not a new phenomenon. Sometimes people who do nefarious things look for any way that they possibly can to minimize their risk. Base pay plus hopefully a tip is not worth us taking their risk upon ourselves. I say hopefully a tip because nothing I read said a single word about driver pay. The email on the website had graphics like this, but I'm a little suspicious being is that nothing that they said about the program mentioned driver pay a single time. For those of you who aren't aware, USPS offers free package pickup anywhere in the country, and UPS and FedEx offer a similar service for a fee. My issue isn't with the customers who are unaware that they can have their packages picked up by the aforementioned companies. My concern is with the people who do know this and still opt to use DoorDash. Why? Why would they do this? Share your thoughts in the comment section. With DoorDash, they can stash a package just about anywhere and add specific instructions, and then a driver's going to show up and ask no questions whatsoever. Also, by using DoorDash instead of the postal service, their address doesn't end up on a federal database. Keep in mind, they can enter any return address that they want. I want to give you a scenario. If I were the kingpin of an online criminal enterprise that shipped packages all over the world, I wouldn't be taking these packages to the postal service or anywhere else for that matter. I wouldn't be ordering a pickup through any of these carriers that could get traced back to me. I'd be scoping out neighborhoods, trying to find houses where the family's gone for the day. And then I'd use their address to order a pickup through a service like DoorDash. DoorDash isn't going to require my real name, my address, or a credit card number. Remember, all it takes is a burner phone and a gift card, and it becomes a lot harder to trace that transaction back to me. Now, obviously I would never do this, as I prefer to make my money honestly and legally. But if I can hatch an evil plan like that, anyone can. Now, of course, I'm sure that the vast majority of people are not going to use this for nefarious purposes. We very well may be picking up perfectly innocent things. Things like a manifesto, an old yodeling record collection that just sold on eBay for a handsome price, or a homemade knitted cat sweater. The reality is, the majority of things that we're going to pick up are probably going to be innocent. But all it takes is one person trying to game the system, and you could end up with 5 to 10. At no point in the email or the program description did it give us any indication that we would have the slightest inkling on what we're going to be transporting. You know damn well when we get pulled over with a package containing something illegal that DoorDash no longer knows us. DoorDash won't be sending their team of lawyers to our rescue. They may as well call this service Dope Dash. This is obviously my biggest concern about the program, but unfortunately my concerns don't end there. I haven't talked about this much on the channel, but I also run a few online stores. There's a reason that UPS and FedEx stores exist. It's not as simple as just throwing shit in a box, throwing a couple stamps on there, and then writing an address on it. With USPS, for example, there's different tiers of weight classes. Anything under 1 pound can go first class, but anything over can't. Do most people have a postage scale in their house? I'm willing to bet they don't. Do you remember those yodeling records we talked about earlier? Those can go medium mail, but the cat sweaters can't. Would regional A or B be cheaper than priority, or would a flat rate box be better? Okay, I'm gonna stop there because I can feel my retention rate dropping by the second. My point is, shipping packages is not as simple as just slapping a stamp on it. There are many subtle nuances that you need to be aware of, and I have absolutely no faith whatsoever in DoorDash customers to not fuck it up. While shipping packages doesn't require a degree in astrophysics, it's also not particularly simple either. So what happens when you get to the drop-off and the weight and dimensions don't match what the customer paid for? Is DoorDash gonna ask you to cover the extra and then pay you back later? No. But the store might. At that point, you're probably going to call support and talk to somebody who has no idea what you're doing, and it's going to go sideways and turn into a really big clusterfuck. So what is DoorDash going to do? Are they going to make you drive it back to the customer? I don't know. It wasn't covered by the frequently asked questions. Something that was covered though was some shit about a QR code that the customer needs to text you. You know what? This part's relevant. I'm just going to read you the email. Go to the counter when you arrive. The store associate will scan each package shipping label or QR code. For package drop-offs that require a QR code, the customer will send it to you via in-app chat. Check in-app chat on the Dasher app for the QR code and show it to the store associate. First of all, not to be nitpicky, but they said that there would be no waiting in line. So how the fuck do you get that QR code that the customer hopefully sent you scanned without waiting in line? Oh yeah, and we all know how easy it is to get in touch with customers when we need them. Something else janky caught my eye. This one's under the pro tip section of their website. This reads, the packages should be sealed unless noted otherwise. I've sent thousands of packages over the years, and I can't think of a single scenario where the fucking thing wouldn't be sealed. Can you? Keep in mind, this article doesn't say that we need to have any of our own supplies, so there's no reason that we should have to tape the fucking thing shut. One of the goals for my channel is to make you fluent in DoorDashese. I caught a couple of minor things when I was reading the email and the program description, but I only want to address one in this video. I'm a person that does not like uncertainty and the wiggle room that this will give them. I want to read another section of the email, and let's see if you catch the same thing that I did. Take the packages to your car and drive to the drop-off location indicated in the app, which could include FedEx, UPS, or USPS. It said drop-off locations could include. Again, it's minor, but this gives them an out to ask you to drive just about anywhere. Honestly, this program doesn't sound much different from their peer-to-peer delivery program. The only difference with that program is you're picking up a sketchy package from one person and delivering said sketchy package to another person. DoorDash has been rapidly expanding, and they're always trying to break into new sectors. I wonder how long it is before they try to turn us into process servers or fucking bounty hunters. Apparently, they already think we're mailmen. My takeaways from this program are pretty simple. Due to the fact that neither driver protections or pay were mentioned, it's a hard no for me. What are your thoughts on this program? Will you be trying it? At the end of the day, DoorDash loves programs, but unfortunately, these programs rarely provide any verifiable benefit for the driver. To me, this sounds like a lot of risk without much reward. I'd like to make one more point before we wrap up. I was watching a YouTube video recently, and the creator made a point. Why does everything have to be a program with DoorDash? Unfortunately, I can't remember who said that, but it really resonated with me. Why can't we just press Dash Now and accept or decline orders as they come? We all do the same job, and these programs are nothing but mind games to try to make one driver think that they're superior to the next. Well, that is going to about wrap up the video. If you haven't done so yet, please do consider pressing the like and subscribe button so you never miss news, tips, tricks, and ride-alongs with a healthy dose of humor. My name is Zach. Take care. Take the packages to your car and drive to the drop-off location indicated in the app, which could include UPS. I'd like to make one... Wow, I sounded really nasally there for a second.